Bibliolatry is the act of placing the Bible itself on a pedestal so high that it begins to overshadow the very mystery it was meant to reveal. It is not love for Scripture that is in question, but rather the mistaking of the text for God, the symbol for the source. At its heart, bibliolatry confuses the map for the territory. The Bible, sacred and inspired, points us toward the divine reality, but it is not that reality itself. When reverence for the word becomes rigid literalism, we risk idolizing the letter while forsaking the spirit. As the Apostle Paul warned, the letter kills, but the spirit gives life. 2 Corinthians 3:6. This form of idolatry often emerges in reaction to the uncertainties of faith. In the need for clarity and control, some grasp for absolute certainties in the text, treating every verse as if it were dictated word for word by God outside of history or culture. But the Scriptures were born in time, through human voices and contexts, carried by the breath of the Spirit. To ignore this is to flatten the living word into a static idol. Theologians like Karl Barth cautioned against turning the Bible into a paper pope, replacing the living Christ with a rigid textual authority. Bibliolatry shuts down conversation, silences mystery, and stifles the evolving journey of faith. It rejects the poetic, the mystical, and the inner movement of the soul in favor of certainty and control. But the Bible is not a cage, it is a gateway. It invites us not into dogma, but into encounter. To honor Scripture is to read it with humility, depth, and love, not as an idol, but as a vessel through which the divine light still shines. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.